What's up YouTube, it's Dylan from the Buddy Force here, and welcome back. It's episode 9 of Sealed Only. So, last week we opened up 3 copies of the Shaddoll Structure deck, and we went to our tournament and ended up going X2, but since it was 4 rounds, we were able to get some prizing. It worked out pretty well. I do like the zombie Shaddoll aspect, but I think it's just getting the ratios right that matters, because we put a lot of the Shaddoll cards in, and I'm not sure if that's the way to go. I'm wondering if we should still stick to the zombie side a bit more. I know a lot of you guys were asking for a list, and that is the main reason why I didn't put a list in last week, because I sort of just threw that together before the tournament, and I wasn't sure how it was going to perform, so I didn't want to give you guys a super shoddy deck list. So this week I will for sure be giving you guys one. I've had more time to think about the deck and change the ratios, so I will be showing you guys one today. But without further ado, we got to open up our product this week. And our product this week is 10 packs of Ignition Assault. Ignition Assault contains cards like Lightning Storm, which could be good staples in our decks, but mainly it has Jack-O-Bolin. Now, Jack-O-Bolin is a zombie card, and it's a super rare in Ignition Assault. It is really, really good in our deck. So we're gonna see if we can get at least one, hopefully more copies. It is a super rare, so hopefully we'll get lucky, open up multiple copies, but that's what we're trying to go for today. And like I revealed last week, since we bought 10 packs of Ignition Assault, we got another Solemn Judgment. So we'll have 2 Solemn Judgments in our deck now. So without further ado, let's get into the opening. All right, first pack. Ooh, Gravity Controller. Some people were asking me whether they thought Gravity Controller was good in our deck or not, and I said I wasn't too sure, because the only thing in our extra monster zone that isn't a Link monster would be our Super Polys, and I'm not necessarily sure we want to get rid of our Super Polys for this, but maybe we'll throw one in now that we have one. Abominable Unchained Soul. It's not what we needed. Yeah, pretty much we don't need anything in here except possibly Cross Sheep, which is super hard to find, and Jack-O-Bolin. And I guess like Lightning Storm, but we're not going to get Lightning Storm. Another Gravity Controller. Utgarda Generator, Boss of Delusion. This card really breaks generators. It just makes generators so much better. Yeah, nothing else. Ooh, what's this card? Matching Outfits. Both players reveal the top card of their deck, and if they are the same, both players add them to their hand. That could be interesting, but we're probably not going to run it. Ooh. Guard Ghost, that's another zombie, so I might as well talk about this card. So if this card is special summoned from the graveyard, you can target one monster you control, and it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. During the end phase, if this card is currently banished and was banished this turn, you can add it to your hand. So I've thought about putting this in, but honestly, it does not contribute much to the deck. Like, we have better cards that could go in instead of Guard Ghost. Light Dragon Adanister. Darn, no Cross Sheep, no Jack-O-Bolin. Hopefully we'll get lucky. That's 3 packs down, so we've got 7 packs more to go. I'm sure most of you guys have seen what it is inside Ignition Assault. Link Party. Karakuri Gamma Oil, Charged Up Heraldry, Shiny Black Sea Squatter. You know, fun fact about this card, this is now the strongest level 4 insect normal type in the game. Kind of interesting. Megalith card. We don't need Megalith cards. More Megalith cards, okay. Apparently there's a 1-card OTK with them now, or a 1-card FTK, which is really interesting. Link Party, Megalith Flag, XYZ card. Hey, we got an Ultra, Redbeard, the Planet Patrol Matey. I'm pretty sure we got this for prizing last week too, so. Oh well, we already have the entire Planet Patrol deck. We are making a deck profile for it, so please stay tuned for that. Fiendish Portrait, not a Cross Sheep. I do like how much like old support cards there are in this set. like stuff for Karakuri, but then they've also got stuff for like Time Thieves, which makes the deck actually pretty good. Chronocoder, Witchcrafter Ginny, Arcjet Lightcraft. I've heard some people talking about this card. I'm not sure how to feel about it. Maybe in the right deck. Okay, we've got 4 packs left to go. Anagnister card, 9 Lives Cat, Emergence. Hey, we got a secret rare. It's another Plunder Patrol. So, yeah, cool. We got a secret rare that we don't want. And another Plunder Patrol card. Oh boy. Three packs left. Well, at least we got a secret. That's interesting, but it's a secret that we're never gonna use. Hey, we got 2 secrets. This one we could actually put in, just as like an interruption. So this is Gizmek Kaku, the Supreme Shining Sky Stag. So if this card is in if a monster is in an extra monster zone, we can special summon this card from our hand, and then we can target a face-up monster in the extra monster zone and equip it to this card. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon one of your monster cards equipped to this card. So this is sort of interesting. Yeah, it's a pretty good card going second, so we might as well put this in our side deck and see if it ever comes up. Could be a nice form of interruption. Nice, we got 2 secret rares, and I didn't like open a box or anything. I just grabbed 10 packs off the, I guess off the shelf. I just asked for 10 packs. Cool, 2 secret rares. Double-Edged Sword, Haggith, 9 Lives Cat, Light Dragon. Okay, we've got 1 pack left. Can we hope for either a Cross Sheep or a Jackal-Bone? Either card would be fantastic. Time Thief Perpetua, not a card that we needed, and also the Earth Charmer. Okay, so yeah, that's it for the opening this week. So the cards to mention are the Gizmek card, the Redbeard, and the Bran. So we will actually try putting in the Gizmek into our side, just because it is a fun form of interruption going second. So I'm going to get these cards incorporated into our deck, and I will get everything set up, because obviously our deck's not going to change a whole lot. Like, we're not going to be adding a lot of new cards into our deck, just moving around the ratios. So yeah, I'm going to get my deck ready and I'll show you guys the list. Okay guys, so we just finished round 1. Round 1 we went up against Cubics. Now, I was not expecting the Cubic matchup. I've never played against Cubics. We got OTK'd game 1. It was nuts. I didn't expect it. I was like, oh, I've got 1,000 life points left. And then I find out that his boss monster deals 3k at the end of the turn. So yeah, game 2, we understood what Cubics did. We were able to set up our board properly this time, and then we just knew where to interrupt and like what to stop. So we won game 2, and then game 3, it was really close. He had most of what he needed, but we had the Ash Blossom to stop him at his most ideal moments, and we were able to take game 3 as well. So that's round 1, and we'll see how we do round 2. Okay, so round 2 is over now. We ended up playing against Rockets. So when I'm recording this, both of the YCSs just finished up, and I know Rockets won, or they won the UDS. They won something, but I haven't actually seen the combos or them play, so I was sort of going into this based off of the prior knowledge that I had with Rockets. I think we did okay. So I won the die roll, I went first, and then I activated Zombie World, which they can't really do anything under Zombie World. So we won game 1, and then game 2, they went first. They nearly got to where they needed to be, but we had Nibiru. Yes, we got the Nibiru, and we Nibiru'd them, and then we top decked Super Poly, so we weren't losing that game. So we 2-0'd Rockets. That's round 2. Let's go to round 3. Okay guys, so we just finished up round 3. We ended up playing against the mirror match, which was surprisingly interesting. Well, I was playing zombie Shaddolls, but my opponent was playing like pure zombies with dangers in it. He actually sided in an El Shaddol Winda for me, so that didn't come up luckily. So game 1, we were able to just take it. We won the die roll, we got our board set up, and since he's also playing zombies, we were just able to inherently stop every zombie effect with Ballard Rock. Game 2, we pretty much did the same thing, except going second. We opened up the Super Poly, so anything that he did on our turn, we just Super Poly'd, and it worked out really well. So yeah, that's round 3, and we'll see how we do round 4. So we just finished round 4. It was really interesting. Game 1, I actually didn't know what my opponent was playing. All I know is that they activated White Stingray. It's some sort of water monster, and then they activated Magician's Souls, but they sent an Ice Barrier card, so I had no clue what was going on. But I guess they didn't open up what they needed, so we just made our board, and they scooped. So then game 2, we actually learn what they're playing, and we're going up against Marincess. And I've never actually played against Marincess, nor have I ever learned what they do. So we lost game 2 pretty hard. They were able to make their board. It was just like a Link 2 and Toad, but that was enough to stop us. And then game 3, we knew what we were playing against this time. We knew we needed to go first, so we just did what we needed to do. We went in there, we made our Sucker and our Ballard Rock, and then we found out afterwards that our opponent just straight up did not open what they needed again. So we took it. Game 3, we are XO going into the final round, which means we are going to get prizing regardless. So stay tuned, we'll see what happens. Okay guys, so round 5 just wrapped up, and I played against Ronnie once again. Ronnie, you were playing Invoked Shaddolls, right?
Yeah.
And you've never played the deck prior to this, have you? So game 1, you won die roll, and you made me go first, which I actually like. I made, I'd say, an okay board. I just made my standard Sucker Ballard Rock, I believe, and you were just able to out it. You had the Meltdown, you had the Invoker. What was your thought going into the matchup? Because you obviously knew what I was playing.
Okay, so prior to coming to the tournament, I thought I brought my deck. Today I was usually going to play Subterror, but apparently I did not have it. Miko insisted I play Shadow Invoked. I have no experience with the deck, and I was very surprised going into round 5 XO. One thing that Miko told me, like there's another member of the Buddy Force, he told us to go second every time. When we have a chance, we go second. I was not sure how the zombie matchup went. I was very scared of Zombie World though, and Doom King Ballard Rock, but in the end we opened the absolute stones against Dylan, so I'm sorry about that.
Hey, and then, so game 2, I was trying to figure out what to side, and I just sided in some standard stuff. I sided in a lot. I put in 2 Dark Rulers, 2 Lava Golem, 2 Nibiru, and 3 Twin Twisters. I think the Twin Twisters was a mistake, but the other 3 were just standard because I wanted to go second so that he couldn't. So what did you side against me for game 2?
There wasn't a lot for me to side because, again, I don't know the matchup very well. I don't remember what I took out, but I added evenly matched.
So you were expecting to go second?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, that's all I could say about that, though.
Okay, but yeah, in the end, we got 2-0'd by Invoke Shaddol. Clearly, Invoke Shaddol better than Zombie Shaddol. But in the end, we were both going into round 5 XO, which means we ended up going X1. So we are still going to get prizing, so stay tuned for that. Prizing was given. We've got 4 OTS packs to open. Now, like we've talked about before, at Fusion, they do give us Fusion tokens, and we've got 3 packs worth of Fusion tokens right here, and I wanted to get Ignition Assault, but they are all sold out. So what I'm gonna do is next week, we are just gonna redeem these once they get Ignition Assault in, and we're gonna open up just a little bit more next week once we come to the tournament. So we're gonna open up these 4 packs. Rage, doesn't matter.
Connor, unlucky.
Gramaju, doesn't matter.
Yo, Pokemon Carter, yeah. I know that guy,
Endymion doesn't matter.
Just a question, Dylan.
Yeah.
Does this set help your zombie deck in any way?
Absolutely not, except for the Judgment and the Twin Twisters, but we already have those. So OTS does not help our deck at all. And there we go. So yeah, nothing of any value. Okay, so that's it for the prizing, and like I told you guys last week, I will be giving you guys the deck list this week, and we're going to do that right now. So you guys have probably seen this deck a couple of times, me showing it off, so we're just going to go through what I ran today. It's 45 cards, and I honestly think if you're going to play Zombie Shaddolls, well, sealed only, this is how I would like to run it. You guys have seen everything that I've opened, so you let me know if you think I should change anything about this. You guys literally know every card I have access to. So, we have 3 Solitaire, 3 Unizombie, 3 Banshee, and 3 Mizuki. These are all our 3-ofs for zombies. And then for our 2-ofs for zombies, we just have the 2 Bloom and the 2 Balderok. And then for our 1-ofs, we just have 1 Gozuki. That's it for the zombie part. And now onto the Shaddolls. I tried to shorten the Shaddol engine from last week, so we're running 2 Windy instead of 3, and then 1 of each of the other ones. So 1 Beast, 1 Dragon, 1 Squamata, 1 Hedgehog, 1 Falco, and lastly 1 Aerial. Honestly, I never really missed any of the cards. I was worried that only having 2 Windy would have been a problem, but honestly, I never felt like I didn't have enough Shaddoll cards. And then lastly, for hand traps, we are running just 2 Ash and 2 Effect Veiler. We're only running the Effect Veiler. Sure, it's good, but we're only running it because it's a light target for Construct. Now, onto the spells. We got 3 Zombie World, 3 Allure, and then onto the fusion spells, we've got 3 Super Poly. Obviously, everybody's playing Shaddolls, we're playing Shaddolls, we're playing Zombie World. Super Poly is mandatory. 3 Shaddol Fusion, and 2 El Shaddol Fusion. I honestly kind of want to cut down Fusion to 1, but every time I think about, or cutting it down to 2, and every time I think about it, I think this card is so good when I hard draw it, especially going second. So I think I'm just going to leave it like this. And then the last spell we run is 1 for 1, and our very last card is the Trap card, which enables our combo where we send Windy and Construct, and then are able to summon out the Aerial. So that's it for the main deck. Onto the extra deck. It's kind of crowded. I'm still not sure about the extra deck, but this is what we played today. 1 Linkrevo, 1 Almirage, 1 Apprentice, 1 Sucker, and 1 Avermex. That's it for the Link monsters, and then onto the fusions. For the Shaddolls, you're on 2 Construct, 2 Winda. These are the only 2-ofs, because you basically want to end your turn on Winda, and then Construct helps you get there. Then we run 1 of the Earth one, 1 of the Fire one, 1 of the new one, and that's it for the Shaddolls. And then our last fusions are just Super Poly targets. We run the 2 zombie ones and 1 Starving Venom. And lastly, onto our side. I'm still not sure about my side as well. This is just what I put together with what I had and what I was expecting to play against. So we have 3 Twin Twisters, 2 Call by the Grave, 2 Dark Ruler, 2 D-Barrier, 2 Judgment, 2 Nibiru, and 2 Lava Golem. And that's the deck. If you guys have any tips on what I should do to make the deck better or give me advice on what packs to open next. But thank you guys so much for watching. This is going to be the end. I'm not going to film when I get home. I'm actually really tired. You can probably tell. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.